Subscribe to my channel before we begin. I never imagined a simple neighborhood barbecue would be the moment everything in my marriage shifted. It was a warm Saturday afternoon. Kids running around the yards, soft music playing, beers opening, the kind of perfect suburban day you'd see in a commercial. I was at the grill flipping burgers, being my usual easygoing husband. The one who helped, who kept it friendly, who kept peace steady. My wife Rachel loved being social. Loved eyes on her. And lately she had this habit of making jokes about me. The kind that never actually felt harmless. I would laugh along to avoid conflict. But every time it stung a little more. And today she was fully performing. Loud, dramatic, acting like she was a star of the entire backyard. As more neighbors showed up, she pushed harder, throwing out playful jabs about marriage, money, and trading up. Everyone was laughing, and I just kept flipping burgers, pretending not to hear the digs. I don't know exactly when she decided that tearing me down for laughs was entertainment, but somewhere along the way she traded loyalty for cheap applause. Then, once everyone was gathered at the long outdoor table, she went in for her big moment. She tapped her glass and pointed toward me with a smirk. $100 and he's yours. Anyone want him? I'll even include his boring stories and his old truck. People laughed awkwardly, some looked away. It didn't feel like comedy anymore, it felt cruel. I smiled lightly, trying not to react, but inside my chest tightened. That wasn't teasing. That was humiliation dressed up as humor. And she knew it. But before I could respond, the universe stepped in. Our neighbor Mark, quiet, wealthy, low-key, slowly reached into his wallet. No smirk, no sarcasm. He pulled out a thick stack of cash and set $1,000 right in front of her. The entire yard went dead silent. He stared directly at her and said, completely straight-faced, "Deal." Everyone froze. Rachel's grin vanished instantly, like someone unplugged her confidence. I stood there stunned but weirdly validated at the same time. "That's not funny," she snapped defensively. Mark didn't even blink. He looked at me and said loud enough for everyone to hear, "A man who works hard, treats people right, and doesn't embarrass his spouse is worth way more than she realizes." He tapped the bills once and added, "If someone doesn't appreciate value, someone else will." People murmured, some impressed, some stunned, some just staring at the table knowing she crossed a line long before Mark ever reacted. Rachel turned red. Her eyes darted around the yard like she was searching for an escape, but there wasn't one. She tried to laugh it off, but her voice trembled. I didn't say anything. I just kept staring at the table, then at her, then at Mark, and instantly, something inside me aligned. For 4 years, I let her speak down to me. I convinced myself staying calm meant I was respected. But in that moment, hearing a stranger defend my worth more than my own wife ever did, reality hit hard. Dignity doesn't disappear all at once. It fades slowly, joke by joke, until one day someone who barely knows you values you more than the person you sleep next to. And that realization broke something in me. But it also woke me up. When we got home, the silence suffocated the air. And the moment the door shut, she exploded, accusing me of making her look stupid. For the first time in years, I didn't raise my voice. I didn't apologize. I didn't shrink. I just looked straight at her and said calmly, "No, Rachel, you did that all on your own. You humiliated yourself when humiliating me felt funny to you." She froze, shocked. The quiet husband she'd always controlled finally spoke from a place of self-respect. She tried blaming alcohol, said it was just a joke, but jokes don't slice that deep unless the intention was there. I told her, "You don't get to mock me publicly and expect me to smile anymore." Suddenly she looked scared. Not scared of losing me, but scared of losing control. And I realized I wasn't timid out of weakness. I was gentle because I loved her. She mistook love for limitation. And her world shook when she realized I could walk away if I needed to. Over the next few days, she changed. She became quiet, careful, apologizing sincerely, actually seeing what she'd done. She finally understood that she treated our marriage like entertainment instead of a partnership. And I didn't gloat. I didn't demand anything. I just made one thing absolutely clear. If she ever disrespects me like that again, there won't be a discussion. I'll pack my things and leave. She nodded, truly understanding this time. For the first time in a long while, she saw me not as an accessory in her spotlight, but as a man who chooses to stay, not someone stuck with her. Now she doesn't joke about me. She praises me. She values me. And ironically, she's terrified of Mark now, not because of who he is, but because of what he represented that day, the reminder that good men aren't cheap, and they don't gamble their dignity. She learned the hard way that loyalty doesn't make a man weak. It just means when he finally stands up, he stands firm. And me? I didn't need that $1,000. I gained something much more valuable, my respect for myself. And once a man clearly sees his worth, nothing, not jokes, not crowds, not even love, can ever make him forget it again.